It's been a while. So this is going to be the first devlog of my 1000 subscriber map special. So this is more or less a summary of what I've already done. So only chapter 1 is done, and that's what will be included, as well as a portion of chapter 2, which is going to be neat. Basically, chapter 1's more of a text showcase than anything, as there's no real story to it. I want to make sure that everything is super high quality and well done, unlike some of my other maps, which really are pretty lazy, to be honest. It's like even the details on the crouton cereal and the milk, all done by choosing berry, of course. That's bad. I need to fix that. Oh no. Oh no, this is quite bad. That could be like a speedrun tech, hold up. So yeah, essentially with this part, it is sort of like a console game, so you may want to put it in. So you can actually do this by two ways. You can either drop it on the console here, or you can go and right click. I'm just going to choose the right click since it's a lot simpler. Math. So I just felt like coding my own game in Minecraft, which I just thought would be quite interesting. And yes, you can in fact control it with WSAD. It's apparently a game called Sokoban, which I just thought would be a small bit of a filler puzzle. The main reason why that's, it's mostly to help with the bait and switch to go and bring the character very smoothly into the other chapters of the game. I've also wanted to focus a lot more on animations and sort of cutscenes to really go and solidify that this is truly its own sort of game in a way. Like this. And yes, it does use the player skin, which I am pretty happy about. Very cool. So that was the basic showcase of chapter 1, and I just kind of want to go through some of these things real quick because I think some of them are pretty neat. For example, in here, you'd notice that you'd gotten out of bed. So there's actually an armor stand here. Well, it took a long time, but the resource pack is now off. So now you can see, Okay, stop. What is happening? Okay, we'll just place that back. I think that's normal. So yeah, there's a few entities over here. A few item displays to show everything. So going back in here, you can see that there's definitely an armor stand. I actually forgot what it is. Alright, so hopefully it does not trigger the rest of the game when I run this, but essentially, the armor stand is slowly going to move. You can kind of see it. Get down, straighten out, and then it will go and put you into survival mode. Sorry, adventure mode. I'm dumb. So the serial is quite simple. You can like only do certain things depending on the score. So each time you click on one of the things, it will go and only allow you to do one thing at a time. So example, grab the cereal. You can only grab the cereal. Other text will appear if you click on other things other than like what is required, but that's about it. Alright, so then with the door, this actually took a surprising amount of coding. For some reason, every time a door breaks, it does like an excessive amount of like particles and everything. Like even with a fill command, it is so annoying. You can see that if I'm opening the door here, there's a lot of particles. So I had to remove those via a resource pack. And also the chest only opens once the doors are opened. So there's just a trigger there. And also you cannot actually open the door until the box has arrived. In fact, disable doors, you cannot open it. There is in fact an interaction, or two interactions actually, right on the door to prevent you from going and opening them prematurely. So enable door, oh, I wasn't actually expecting that to materialize there, but yeah, you can just go and grab that, and very neat. Definitely do not think I should be placing that there because that will most likely break the map, so I'm just gonna move that out of the way. Alright, so after grabbing the game, you can probably go and like sit on the couch or put it there. So with the couch, it's just a bunch of interactions with shulkers to just add a bit of collision, and it will basically just sit you on a smaller interaction right there in the middle, so it just positions you just right. Alright, so with the game, I actually done a bunch of complex things. So first of all, the text that you actually see is in fact 2D on the screen. I need to turn off that music to focus. So it's basically just a regular animated Java title thingy, although I had everything in a separate bone, so I can just go and squish it to be a very small amount. Just large enough so it would not Z-fight, but small enough that it's barely discernible. All right, so with this game here, there is quite a bit. So you saw previously that each one of these was a item display. How it works is that it will display, like say, the little buddy, or that, depending on what the data is. I think it is... Yeah, so there's a storage here. So it gives the information for the hole right here, the character in this position, the box, the enemy, which is not really here yet, and same with bedrock. Those are both on later levels. So a little bug that I accidentally realized exists in this game was that if you push it off the edge, it will simply just go to the next level, which is not quite intended, but that is fine given that this game is only appearing for a very short period of time. So I'm gonna just go and push it off. Also, if you do somehow click fast enough to do it, which I didn't, it will still just go and trigger that image to appear. And yeah, that was all coded by hand. And possibly start a replay mod recording, because I think that's like the best way to display it. Like, where's the hitbox? Ah, here it is. So yeah, it's a bit weird looking if you don't have the resource pack, but now that I have recorded replay mod footage, I can go and show what it looks like from another point of view. So you can see that there are two armor stands moving around, and those are basically the cameras. So instead of teleporting one of the armor stands, I would use two instead, so it has a sudden cut instead of like a smooth movement, but still quick, if that makes any sense. So honestly, yeah, that's actually about it for chapter 1. Pretty simple, not too much content overall. It'd probably like give you like 5 minutes of gameplay. But I do know for a fact that chapter 2 will provide a lot more gameplay and everything. I did a bit of off-camera building. Nothing too large, just like... the clouds. Man, there goes this cool... There goes a cool bit. Yeah, a small bit of off-camera mining. Building. I ruined it twice. So yeah, I went and designed this with a few others because I am not capable. This was actually my first time learning how to use Axiom, which is indeed quite a nifty program, and I really do enjoy using it. So yeah, also the magma is now blue to kind of fit the overall aesthetic of the place. So right now there's not really much of a place to like, you know, do anything. So this is actually going to be a 4-phase boss. I went the wrong way. So yeah, this is phase 4, phase 3 is here. Phase 2, I believe, is going to be here, and phase 1 definitely here. I sure hope nothing happens when I enable stage 2. It seems like everything is still intact. I think it's summon plates, right? Yeah, okay, cool. So this was actually most of the work done so far for the project, and it was these little plates here. And essentially, is going to be Plates of Fate from Roblox, but Plate is a boss fight. Also, these are all entities, and I did in fact give them collision, which is a bit janky, but I mean it does work. So oh my gosh, that's fast. For each plate, there are going to be 9 shulkers total, and they spawn depending on whether you are on one side of them. So if I'm on this side, then there's going to be one following me here. So it just has like edge collision, and also just corner collision in case you just like get close. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. In case you just get close, so it just goes and prevents the player from phasing through. So yeah, there is a bit of problems with like moving around on this because it will kind of pull you back. For a while I was thinking that I was going to use like the new 1.20.5 feature where you can go change the scale of entities, until they went and ruined every single map and thing I've made. Yeah, I'm not too fond of that. Then you can go and hop between the plates, and interestingly enough, I've also made it so that you can actually change the size of all of these plates. I don't actually remember how to do that. So what I've done is I made it so that all these plates will have events that occur on them. So I actually coded 29 events for this over some 70 functions. It was a lot. So make a circle. There's a bunch of interesting ones for sure. Oh yeah, also I made blazes blue because I thought that'd be a bit cooler. Oh, this one's a fun one. So, whenever you step on it, it will become a darker color until eventually the plate will break. Oh yeah, this one's pretty neat. So, prisons, basically, when you get close, a whole bunch of shulkers will appear to go and add collision to it. But since it has a lot of entities, I've made it so that it would normally not exist. This was taken from lab experiment on Roblox, possibly Plates of Fate. This is actually the first function I coded where it'll go and place TNT. So I'd initially try to make a system where if any entity landed on a plate, it will get no gravity so it stays on that plate. I did not really continue that, but that's what I did for the TNT. Perfect, that's how you make plates grow. I have no idea how it did that because I don't know how this data pack works anymore, but yeah. Take a dip. This is an interesting one. So some will have some movement functions like this, where they will go and move downwards. So an issue with having some plates rise up with that is because it does teleportation, and sometimes you can phase through the plates, which is a bit problematic. So I've been hoping very soon to go and switch to Delta API, which means you can basically use slash motion. You can go and give players motion. So then it's also going to be much smoother and you're going to be able to easily move around on the plates while they're moving up. Oh, this one's fun. I really do enjoy this one. They will shrink until they explode. Let's go. Honestly, I'm pretty sure that's most to all of the events that I've coded currently. So in that case, that means I'm done with this part of the showcase. So that's about it for what I've coded for the plate so far. There hasn't been any sort of real boss fight progression yet. Or is there? Yep, there is indeed a bit of boss work done. So currently it's only the animations, which is quite a lot, honestly. There are like some 27 animations here, which honestly took me so much time to do, but thank goodness it's now done, because now I can actually continue to go and make the AI for the boss. Math. So yeah, I did a walking animation for forward, backwards, and to the sides. Both sides. There are also a few other animations, like jump and such. So unlike some of the previous animations I've done, this one does not fully require a AI to actually run. This is all done through the animated Java portion. So even like the root is teleporting occasionally to make it appear smooth instead of having it teleport a little bit each tick. So because of that, the feet can actually really stick to the ground and stay in their position. Kind of like what I'd done for the figure, but a lot better. So yeah, I went and designed a cool sword, which you could kind of see. How can I like get to a specific frame? Next frame. Oh, exactly like that. Cool, so I had designed a small sword for Steve Block to use to kind of represent what I like. So command block, jigsaw block, structure block, thingy, that. And also actually no, this is the structure block here, which is shown by the different axes, which kind of are what are on the structure blocks. Oh wait, this is not even the finished version. There's so many others in Blockbench. Get back here. All right. You're not leaving me for long. So with that animation, there's going to be an event where both players will get a random item. So this will be the animation that will play when Steve Block receives an item. So there are now actually different variants for the sort of things that Steve Block could obtain. So for example, like something like a bow, nothing, a duck. Some of these items will be... Why is the bow still there? So something's going to be useless, for example, like the duck, which is not going to really do anything to help Steve Block in the fight. But there is a thing called the fire sword, which, yeah, listen, there are going to be particles, alright? Cool, so yeah, there are definitely going to be particles emitting from this sword to go and really add to the immersion that it is indeed a fire sword and not just a diamond sword that I made longer and recolored. Alright, so since that's all the animations inside of Minecraft, I'm gonna go and show the ones on screen that are done in Blockbench but not in Minecraft yet. Oh yeah, I also forgot, there is indeed a model for one of the Phase 2 bosses, which has been done, and textured by Rose, which is very neat. Please go check out her channel, she makes great content. So Phase 3 is again going to be... So your goal in this part is to try and obtain an elytra, and what you will be able to do is go into this sort of hole, and now you have an elytra course, which you will have to do. This is Phase 4. Nothing's really going to happen except for some mildly epic music, which I think would be kind of epic. And yeah, that will basically be the end of Chapter 2 of 8. Yes, you heard me right. There are going to be 8 chapters in this map. So... yeah, it's gonna take me a little bit of time. Oh yeah, by the way, if you want to go and test this map before it's actually out, you can go onto the Openvoxel Studios Discord. There's a song that's being created by Mr. 69C currently that is going to be the boss fight theme for this area. And so far, it is really neat. But yeah, if you want to hear the full bit of the song that has been sent to me, you can go and check it out on Openvoxel Studios Discord. Very cool, yay! So yeah, that about wraps it up for what I've done currently on the 1000 subscriber special map. I do hope you enjoyed, and I will see you later. Adios.